On the edge of the Yorkshire moors is the picturesque town of Kirby Moorside, home to auctioneer Angus Ashworth.
Now, this is a good thing. I know a lot of you in here own Ferraris.
He's on a mission to help celebrities.
Welcome to Pal Towers.
Blimey, that was a knock.
Nice to see you.
And
Come
you.
on in.
Hello.
Turn prized possessions collected over their lives
And these are potentially to go, are they?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's a bit weird.
into piles of cash.
If we auction this, we're going to go halves on the profit.
Come along as he visits their homes.
Basically, my home is your home.
Anything that doesn't fix cars can go.
You can assure me you're actually an auctioneer. This isn't some weird burglary or something.
And uses his expert knowledge
If this is right, this could be something very special.
to uncover hidden gems,
The table at the back, I like more than anything else.
Yeah.
sentimental family heirlooms,
This is a problem when your mum and dad keep everything.
and the super strange.
So, how do you have Houdini's sack?
Then invites them back to his Yorkshire Auction House, where he sells their unwanted treasures
1800 for Lawrence's pumpkin.
and makes them lots and lots of money.
Yes! Thank you very much indeed.
Where did it come from? She got it in Hong Kong. You'd leave it there, wouldn't you?
Whether it's from the Far East or the final frontier, the auction house sees treasures from all sorts of exotic places, which makes working here many things, but it's never dull.
Hey, Charlotte.
Hi, Angus.
I'm going to take you out in the van.
Oh, good. Where are we going?
Cheltenham. Very nice.
OK, who are we going to see?
Wow. Hello? No, I'm at an auction. Yeah, I'm on the phone. Ciao! Ciao!
I'm not sure. You have to tell me.
Dom Joly.
Oh, was he on I'm a Celeb?
Yeah, but he was famous for Trigger Happy TV
OK.
and the giant mobile phone. OK, you're a bit younger than me.
no.
Come on, we're off to Cheltenham.
Charlotte was just a toddler when Dom hit our screens in 2000 with the anarchic comedy show Trigger Happy TV. And he's been tickling the nation's funny bones ever since, as a travel writer, visiting offbeat destinations, and more recently, as a DJ.
I want you to call in if you feel you can argue with me that the best dog in the world is not a black Labrador. I mean, you're wrong on every level, but if you're prepared to try and argue that, then call in. So I suppose because I'm a bit older now, I'm slightly prouder of being an award-winning travel writer rather than an award-winning squirrel.
It's a 4.5-hour drive for Angus and Charlotte to Dom's home in the genteel town of Cheltenham on the edge of the Cotswolds.
Famous for its horse racing. Famous for being a spa town. Lots of Georgian architecture, which is nice. We like that.
Seeing that.
Yeah.
Dom's home is an excellent example of that Georgian architecture, a gorgeous 19th century Regency townhouse, which he shares with his wife, 2 kids, and according to Dom, 2 of the best breed of dog in the world, Fitzgerald and Truman.
I have lived in this house now for 3 years, so I got it and completely ripped it apart and have done it up, and it's now nearly finished. But the reason I'm here is because Cheltenham is so beautiful, and in the last 10 years or so, it's actually become quite hip.
Dom grew up in Lebanon, and as a writer, he's visited more than 100 countries. A lot of things here are from his travels.
I've got some things that don't quite fit and that I need to get rid of. They don't suit the whole look. Also, unfortunately, I've had a couple of recent family deaths, which means that I've been left stuff that, to put it nicely, are kind of not in my style. I'm hoping to build a sort of banquette round the table downstairs, so I figured if I made any money from this enterprise, it would pay for that.
Dom's got some pictures up for grabs too, so art expert Charlotte could be in her element.
Lovely spot, isn't it, Charlotte?
It is. It's a lovely house, this.
See you living somewhere like this.
Well, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
It would.
Better start saving, Charlotte.
Oh, he's got dogs then.
I hope he's got dogs.
I think he's gone out.
Be a bit awkward.
I see.
Oh.
Hello.
Hi, you're right.
Yeah, I'm all right. Don't worry, he's not that aggressive.
No,
Don't worry,
well,
it's fine.
Doors.
Do you want to come in?
Yeah, lovely, thanks. Cheers.
Thank you.
Here we are.
Wow, what a house.
Yeah, it's a mishmash. It's really cool. My last two places, one was ultra modern, then it was a farm, and now I'm Regency, so, which is why I'm glad you've come, because I've kind of got stuff that needs to go in and out.
Doesn't fit. So what sort of thing is it that you're looking to part ways with?
Truman has an extensive collection of socks, and he is prepared to let one of them go for the right price, aren't you?
I should stick a hefty reserve on that sock if I were you, Truman.
The thing I really love, and this is the one I'm sort of loath to...
Yeah, I spotted those when I walked in.
So the very first thing I bought, when I made some money from Trigger Happy, like the first grown-up purchase I did, I was walking past a shop in Notting Hill. I saw these and I absolutely fell in love with them.
These 4 early 1960s dining chairs were designed by renowned Danish furniture maker Niels Otto Moller.
They're very sought-after chairs. They've become very collectible. Potentially, they're quite good.
OK, that's good.
Not bad for starters. So, what's the rest of the house have to offer?
I'm loving this cabinet.
This is a sort of Ponzi equivalent of the man drawer. Do you know what I mean? It's like all the things you don't know where to put them. These, I wasn't going to show you them because...
Oh, that's sweet.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, this is quite complicated, but a friend of mine gave them to me. I hate them. And he's not going to see this, I don't think, but he claimed... I think he thought this was like a really, expensive, good present, and I just thought that is a £1 piece of junk.
You might be wrong there, Dom. These silver and enamel rabbits were made by Italian company Saturno, based near Florence, who've been handcrafting tiny animals since 1973.
They did lots of different animals.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, the pair together are probably about sort of 80 to 120.
Let's do it.
Brilliant. There we go.
100%.
2 rabbits.
If he's watching this, I'm really sorry.
Brilliant. I'm loving this house. It's fantastic. Right, well, are we going upstairs?
Upstairs,
Yeah,
yeah.
brilliant.
You stand guard over that silver, Truman, or chew on your sock.
So this is my library come man cave.
I would love a room like this.
Oh, hello.
Is that the actual phone?
That is the actual mobile, yeah.
Oh, we're going to have a look at that. Sorry,
brother.
Charlotte. You're a little bit young for this. Okay, so this is the actual one that was used then?
That is the actual one. It's a bit of pop culture history, I think. I nicked this from a display outside a mobile phone shop in about 1999. I just picked it up, we got on a bus, we got to Oxford Street, got off, and there was a guy called John O'Coleman, who was an Australian DJ, and he was doing an interview, TV interview on the street, and I just ran up behind and I just went, "Hello!" And, you know, that was it.
Needless to say, this iconic piece of comedy memorabilia is going nowhere.
I mean, you've got, obviously some quirky items, quite a lot of modern art, but you've also got some quite traditional bits as well.
I genuinely have no idea what that is.
This is a carriage clock.
Is it?
Yeah.
Dom inherited this clock from an auntie.
You can lift that so it's in a protective case,
Oh my
so you
God,
can
that's
tell
so-
the time in your carriage.
That's actually really cool.
And
I had no
you
idea.
can take it out when you get to your coach house of the evening.
Yeah.
And put that on the side. And
Is
then
that...
you can...
It feels quite chunky.
Oh, it's heavy,
Is
yeah.
that a nice thing?
It is a nice thing. And what's even
More
nicer
importantly, is that an expensive thing?
It's all right.
But that's one of my family things, and I've never used it, so if you can
Potentially
deal
that could go.
Oh, 100%. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
brilliant. Well, there we go. We're
You said
doing all right.
£2,000 for that.
No, you misheard that. Yeah.
right.
I wish.
Dream on, Dom. But this could get between 200 and 300 quid. So, Charlotte starts gathering up the goodies, while for Angus, the guided tour continues.
So there are a couple of different bits in here that I wanted you to have a look at. This is the wild card.
Okay,
I think I
right.
know. In fact, I'm pretty sure I know what this is.
Okay.
But have you got any guesses?
Well, it's a bracket. It's wall brackets.
Yeah, it hangs on the wall. Shall I tell you?
Yeah, go on then.
You're never going to guess, honestly. It's so random.
Yeah.
This is a turban holder. So you take your turban off,
Yeah.
put it there, on the wall.
I can honestly say I've never sold a turban holder.
I think that possibly my grandfather bought this in Alexandria, not because he had a turban, but because I think he just loved the idea of it. But I have no sentimental attachment to it, and I have no turbans to hang. And I just thought it'd be a fun thing anyway, so...
Yeah, no, I like it.
This fascinating piece dates from the 19th century. Not a bad day so far, eh, Angus?
Wow. I mean, this I was excited about this job, Tom Joly watching Trigger Happy TV. It was this fantastic, mad programme, and I really hoped his house would reflect that, and it really does. There's some interesting bits today. I'm quite excited about this one, and he's a funny guy as well, really. I just hope on sale day he's not going to turn up with his phone, because it'll disrupt the sale a little bit, won't it?
Talk about a nightmare phone bidder. While Charlotte gets busy with the boxes
Truman, ready?
and Dom lays down the law to Truman,
Now, if we auction this, yeah, we're going to go halves on the profit, yeah? This is not all yours because it's my sock.
outside, Angus's treasure hunt rolls on.
I like this. What I generally find is when I go to jobs, people never rate what's in the garden. They think 'cause it's outside, they don't put a value on it. And actually, sometimes the garden is where we get the best surprises. Now, this one is a lovely metal bench, almost sort of strap work, and we've got these lovely rivets in it and these arched tops, almost sort of Gothic style.
This antique bench is what's known as Gothic Revival, and this particular one dates from the late Victorian period.
I think in the current market, we're probably looking at about sort of £500 to £800. It's very decorative, and this slightly worn, weathered looks even better. I can sell things like that all day long.
There's no time to relax, Angus. There's work to be done here.
You're right, Charlotte, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm just looking at these Vanity Fair prints. This was Leslie Ward, wasn't it? Spy was the pseudonym he used, which sort of became synonymous with the magazine and the caricatures.
Spy was the alias of artist Leslie Ward, who produced more than 1,000 portraits for the British satirical magazine Vanity Fair around the turn of the century.
It was mainly sort of members of society at the time, so you had doctors, lawyers, writers.
There's quite a few sort of political figures and things, I think, as well, wasn't there? Yeah.
Dom has 3 prints up for grabs today. As the last of Dom's eclectic collection of goodies make their way onto the van, Angus and Charlotte are nearly ready for the long drive back to North Yorkshire.
That's us all done, I think, Charlotte, isn't
yeah.
it? Yeah, brilliant. Right. Dom, we're all done, we're all loaded.
Pretty zen in here now.
I know, it's emptied a little bit.
You can assure me you're actually an auctioneer. This isn't some weird burglary or something.
No.
Because if it is, you're really good. Anyway, thanks very much. I think it's going to be great. I've got rid of stuff that I really didn't want, and it's going to be quite fun to come up to the auction.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we'll see you on auction day.
show you some famous Cheltenham hospitality. Jog on, go on.
Right, OK.
Move.
Go on, Charlotte.
All right.
It's been great, really funny guy, really interesting house to have a walk around. So I think, he could have a good sale results. I've just got to manage his expectations a little bit, I think. He keeps saying things like hundreds of thousands and things like this. So, he is a comedian, so I hope he is just being funny.
I'm still just not totally convinced that Angus is an auctioneer as opposed to like one of the world's most slow motion and subtle burglars. So as long as it's all above board, that's fine. Otherwise, I've just been totally burgled.
Now then.
Oh, you're all right.
Back.
Yeah, no, it's been all right. Yeah, there we go.
The next day, no time is lost loading all of Dom Joly's things into the auction house. One item Angus wants a closer look at is a tea set which once belonged to Dom's grandmother.
Oh, we've got this wonderful selection of what we call Amari ware. And Amari ware is very much an English term used to describe brightly coloured Japanese export ware. This was predominantly made for the export market to the West, and it's generally sort of an underglaze of blue, reds, golds, and sometimes sort of black coloration. Now, as it became popular, the British porcelain factories cottoned onto this. So they started putting Amari patterns onto their wares to help sell them with the current fashion. This is actually by one of the top English porcelain manufacturers. It's just marked on the inside, Chamberlain Worcester. Now, that helps us date it around about sort of 1810, that sort of period. Chamberlain Worcester, pieces by them can fetch a lot of money. The trouble is the condition. There's lots of hairline cracks, chips, and that really affects the price. So I think it'll be a fairly lowish come and buy me estimate because of the damage, but we'll see what happens on sale day.
Meanwhile, specialist book valuer Jack has laid his hands on a dusty old tome from Dom's bookshelves.
Are you reading again, Jack?
Yeah, you're always catching me when I'm reading.
What are you looking at?
Just looking at the Buick
Oh.
Select Fables you brought.
Born in 1753, Thomas Bewick was a pioneer of wood engraving, a technique that involved carving highly intricate illustrations onto wooden blocks before covering them with ink and transferring the images onto paper.
Throughout his career, he did a lot of books, but the one that was predominant was his Select Fables of Aesop and Others, of course, the Greek fables.
Yeah.
1879, the book was published. Just look at the detail that's gone into those small pieces.
I mean, of course, this isn't the standard edition, so this is going to have a premium for being a limited run, isn't it?
Yeah, and what's great about limited editions in the book world is it's generally no more than 1,000. In this case, it was only 100.
Yeah, no, I thought it's quite good. I was thinking sort of 1 to 200.
You're right on the mark there. I'd say that's quite a good estimate for it.
Good. Well, don't spend too much time reading.
No, I won't.
All right, see you in a bit.
See you later.
Dom's made the 200-mile trip north to check Angus really does own an auction house and isn't just the world's most elaborate thief.
Hi, how are you doing? You all right?
Morning. How are you? Yeah,
Good.
Good. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Any particular lots you're excited about?
Well, I'm worried. I really want to get the chairs for a good price.
Yeah, well, we've got a reserve on them, so if we don't hit the mark,
Okay.
they're safe.
All right.
Come and have a look round.
All right, cheers.
Dom's got 16 lots going under the gavel today.
I can bid, can I?
Yeah.
It could be dangerous. Oh,
An eccentric blend of curios and heirlooms.
my clock, my book, it's all there. Very exciting. I've come all the way up here. I want to make some cash. I have built my kitchen banquette since we last met. I now need to pay it off.
Dom may not be sentimental,
They are sitting in my chairs.
but today could be harder than he thinks.
And why are those people sitting in my chairs? That's just really... If you sit in my chairs, you're either invited to my house or you've bought them. But you don't just sit in them. What are they doing? Try before you buy. It's weird.
Relax, Dom. This is how auction houses work.
What are they going to do? Have tea in my tea set?
Angus, you should probably get this auction started ASAP.
He has got some really good quality items. The carriage clock, very nice.
Oh, look, my turban holder.
And of course, there's one lot he doesn't rate at all, and that's those little bunny rabbits. Those lovely little rabbits in silver enamel. They're going to do well. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with today, and I'm looking forward to this one.
There's some kooky items up for grabs this morning. But today's IT specialists, Jasper and Jack, are already clocking some early online interest. Joe's got a phone bidder lined up, while today's porter Sam is ready too. Dom may be king of comedy, but as Angus knows, auctioneering is no joke. So leave your squirrel suits at the door, folks, and switch off your giant mobile phones. It's auction time.
Right then, morning, ladies and gentlemen. We go on to this wonderful collection that came out of a very nice property in Cheltenham.
First up, the 19th century French brass carriage clock that comes with its original case.
Where should be for this, and I've got interest in this. I've got 120, 180, 200, 210, 220, 230, 240, 250 bid. 250 at 250, 260, commissions out. 270, anywhere is it now? 280, 290, 300 at 320 and bid. At 340 and bid. 340 at 360, 380, 400. 420, 440, at 440. Any advance, the gavel is going up, selling at 440.
You've got to be chuffed with that one, Dom.
Time's out. Very happy with that.
Now, who fancies a rusty old, weathered late Victorian garden bench?
Oh, this is a nice thing.
This is a great bench. One of the best benches.
There we go. Where should be for this? Can open at 600. At £600, 620, 40, 60, 80, 700. At £700 and bid. Commissions are out. At 700 it is, then at 700. At £700 it is, then at 700. We're all done. At £700. Don't miss out. I'm going to sell at £700.
Sold to a bidder in the room.
I'm all right with that. That's pretty much what I paid for it, so it was all right. Got my use out of it.
The mid-century Danish chairs were bought with Dom's first trigger-happy paycheck, and he set a reserve on them of £1,400.
We open at 1,000, at 1,000 and bid. At 1,000, let's be on now. At 1,000 and bid at 1,000. And 50, 11, 1150, 12, 1,200 it is. At 1,200, at 1,200. We all done at £1,200 at 1,200, at £1,200.
That's not sold.
The reserve's not been met today, so they'll be saved for a future sale.
I'm disappointed about the chairs, I have to say. That's because they were sitting on them so no one could see it.
It's a real blow. Can Angus turn things around with the quirkiest item of the day?
This is, in fact, a turban holder.
Obviously.
Obviously. Very rare. It's travelled around the world, hasn't it?
It's held turbans all around the world, yeah.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. Where should be for this? £50 start me. £50 a bid at 50 it is. 50 a bid at £50 a bid at 50. 60, 5, 70, 5. Anywhere is it now? It's £70. It's unique. Is anybody else at £70? I'm going to sell at 70. You're all missing out. I'm telling you. At £70. At £70. At 70. I'm going to sell then at £70.
From Alexandria to Kirby Moorside, it's been snapped up by a local.
I think that's a fair price. There's not much call for a turban holder.
With the auction back on track, a trigger-happy Angus rapidly fires off a further 10 lots into the sale room, including the 19th century Chamberlain Worcester Imari tea set,
We're all done at 100.
the 3 Vanity Fair prints by renowned caricaturist Spy,
I'm going to sell the 3 of them at £90.
and the limited edition 19th century book of select fables illustrated by wood engraver Thomas Buick.
Going to sell then at 90.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Happy with that.
Which brings Angus to the final lot, the pair of tiny silver and enamel Saturno rabbits that Dom received as a gift.
We've got a phone line on this, haven't we?
You're on the rabbit line.
Yeah, rabbit line. We've got 90 and bid at 95, 100, 110 I have, at 110 at 110. On the phone, 120 online, commissions are out. 130 online it is, then at 130. 140 on the phone, 140 and bid. 150, 160.
They're bidding like bunnies.
160 it is, then at 160 I'm selling then. Phone line at 160.
Well, he wanted shot of them, and they're off to Bristol.
You said you'd be happy with 30 quid for those, didn't you?
I'd been happy with 10 quid, frankly.
Really?
Dom's recently splashed a fair old whack on some new kitchen seating. So let's see if Angus has made him enough money today to help recoup some of the costs.
Hey.
Hey, how are you doing? You all right?
Yeah, well, that was exciting.
Yeah, it was all right, wasn't it?
There are definitely people buying this. You're not just making it up.
No,
it
there's
just
real
it
people.
looked like you were hearing voices.
No, and, you know, it was good. You had people in the room buying.
Yeah,
a lot
that
of
was
people
good.
On the internet, you know.
Yeah. There were a couple of real surprises, actually. The clock went for a lot more than I thought.
Quality.
Yeah, I know,
piece,
it really was. It was
Yeah.
lovely. The book was good. The rabbits.
Well, I
The
think that was
rabbits.
the result of the day,
That's
wasn't
the
it?
golden rabbit of the day. What was that about?
You didn't rate those at all, did you?
No, I honestly, I thought someone had won them in a cracker.
Well, you'll be taking home £3,215.
That's not bad.
Not bad, is it?
Not bad. I'm very happy with that.
Yeah.
That'll pay for the banquette.
Safe travels back.
Thank you so
Brilliant.
much, Angus.
You're very
Honestly,
welcome.
really enjoyed that.
Oh, thank you.
Rabbits. Who'd have thought it? Invest in rabbits. That's what I've learnt today.
Well, that went well, didn't it? You know, some great results, but he had some really good stuff. So I wasn't particularly worried the chairs didn't get away, but we knew it was going to be touch and go. You know, you got a reserve on them, absolutely fine. But otherwise, everything else has gone, done really well. I think he's really pleased. I mean, he seemed to really enjoy it, and I think slightly surprised as well.
I just enjoyed the whole thing. It was quite exciting. It went fast. I think almost everything sold for more than I thought. I have paid for my kitchen banquette. It has paid for it, so that is good news in itself. So thank you very much, Yorkshire Auction House.
Not many people would describe the antiques trade as glamorous, but a job's just come in that could add a bit of sparkle to Angus's week.
Right, Joe, I'm going to get off.
Where are you going?
I'm going all the way to Hampshire.
My parents come from there.
Oh, do they know somebody called Lizzie Cundy?
No, but I've heard of her.
Well, that's where we're going. We're going to Lizzie's house.
Have fun.
I'll catch you later. All right, bye.
See ya, bye.
See ya.
Lizzie Cundy, newspaper columnist, TV star and one-time wag, once married to Premier League star Jason Cundy, is a bona fide socialite, having graced more glitzy showbiz shindigs than the Kardashians combined.
How many dresses have I got? Hundreds, possibly thousands. I don't actually know.
Well, your life is about to get a whole lot more glamorous, Lizzie, because North Yorkshire's finest are already en route.
Well, it's a nice day for it, Jack.
It's stunning today, isn't it?
Yeah, bit of sunshine. A long drive, though.
Yeah.
Angus and Jack are settling in for a 5-hour drive south to Lizzie Cundy's home. A stunning 200-year-old 5-bedroom former farmhouse in Hampshire, where she spent the last 20 years raising her 2 boys.
I was here with my ex-husband. Sadly, that marriage fell apart, but I wanted to stay here and the boys loved the house. It has got so many great memories of the kids growing up, so it is a very happy house.
But in the past 12 months, Lizzie's happy home has become a decidedly empty one.
My youngest has gone away travelling in Australia, and my other boy is left with his girlfriend. So it's little old me in this big old house, and it's time to move on.
After 2 decades, Lizzie's ready to downsize, and that process begins with a right good clear-out.
There's quite a few things that I think Angus is going to really like. There's film memorabilia, which could really raise some money. There's boxes of tricks for him to get through. I mean, it really is a mixed bag. A bit like myself. I think he's got his work cut out.
Well, let's go meet the lovely Lizzie.
Perfect.
The lovely Lizzie? You're such an old smoothie, Angus.
Angus!
Hi, Lizzie. I'm very well, thank you.
I've got loads to show you.
Brilliant. Well, I brought Jack with me as well.
Come on in.
Thank you. Thanks.
Guys, take a seat.
Thank you. What a wonderful place. I don't take this the wrong way, but,
Yeah.
I mean, you're quite known for your showbiz.
Yes.
Here you are in a rural village. How...
Like, no neighbours, all fields, sheep and cows. Yeah, I just love being in the countryside.
You've done lots of different things, haven't you? I mean,
Yeah.
would you class yourself as a reporter, a presenter, or what would you...
Well, I would say I'm a presenter. I made money out of being a wag. I did a musical, did a book.
Yeah. So, I mean, look, the sort of items that we'll be looking at today, is some of that come from bits you've picked up on your career, or...?
I mean, you've got something by your feet. This is hilarious. These are Arnold Schwarzenegger's fists.
Not real fists, folks. These are plaster casts made for Arnie's 1982 movie, Conan the Barbarian.
You can see all the, detail in his skin, can't you?
Exactly. But sadly,
Yeah.
there was a wee accident.
OK. Well, we'll see what we can do. I'm sure there'll be somebody that wants some
Do you think?
broken Arnie arms.
Do you reckon?
I'm a good auctioneer. I can sell most things.
Hopefully these will fly away, which is also an ambition of Lizzie's if she raises enough cash on auction day.
I really want to get over to Australia. I want to see my son. So
Yeah.
I would like to try and get a flight out there.
OK, no pressure. Well, shall we have a look round?
Yes, come on! Well, boys, I've pulled these out of the attic because I can't bear looking at them. These dolls, they remind me of Chucky the movie.
Yeah.
My mum used to have these out, and as a kid, they used to scare me so much. I mean, look at those
So you remember
eyes.
these as a little girl?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I used to hide them. And look, they have wigs. Oh, would you have them in your house?
I'd have them turned around, I think.
This is by Armand Maysel, who's a German manufacturer of dolls, and they're probably the creme de la creme. In remarkable condition as well, because, you know, you think these are 150 years old, potentially.
150 years
Yeah,
old?
they're Victorian dolls, yeah.
Wow, even
I know.
older than me. Can't believe it.
I don't think you're that old, Lizzie. I mean, you know.
That's incredible.
I mean, generally speaking, we can sell teddy bears better than dolls.
Right.
But we can still sell those. They're all right. Yeah.
All right.
Angus is taking all 4 of these dolls. You'll sleep well tonight, Lizzie.
I have to admit, I thought we'd be, you know, seeing more sort of showbiz than antiques, but that's great. We like that.
Well, if you want showbiz, I've got that too.
OK.
Look, come with me.
Ooh, now, this sounds fun.
Look what I've got, Angus, in here.
Ooh, is it Brad Pitt?
It is full down there of dresses, and there's no room to move, I've got to say. And, you know, this one, in fact, I wore to the Oscars.
To the Oscars?
Yeah, it was incredible.
Presumably were you reporting from the red carpet?
I was reporting from the red carpet, and everyone thought I was someone else out there. So I think they thought I was Kim Kardashian's lost auntie, and they invited me everywhere.
Younger sister.
I think that colour could really suit you, and I've only worn it once.
Lizzie, I mean, That would fit my leg.
Lizzie wants to send one of these dresses to auction, but she hasn't quite decided which one to let go. Maybe she can decide later.
Onwards and
Okay,
upwards. We've got to
all
go
right,
upstairs now.
upstairs, here we go.
Come with me. So this is my son's room.
Okay.
So we've got lots of memorabilia stuff here. Now, the one I think you guys might be interested in is the real Houdini's sack.
Wait, sorry, what?
Oh, Lizzie,
What?
how do you have Houdini's sack?
Well, I just know everyone, don't I?
You're not old enough to know Houdini.
Born in Hungary in 1873, Harry Houdini was the first global superstar of magic, dazzling crowds the world over with his mind-boggling illusions and death-defying escape tricks. He used to escape from this very sack in one of his most famous routines. Lizzie's son was gifted this incredible item by a family friend.
Obviously, with anything like that, it's all about the provenance and that sort of thing that's going to help it sell. So anything you've got to go with it.
It's a one-off.
Yeah.
It's one of a kind.
Yeah.
It is.
Something to look into back at the sale room.
I'll leave you guys to
Brilliant.
it.
Thanks.
See you later,
Right.
boys.
Cheers. Thanks.
Bye.
Well, Jack, do you want to make a start up here?
Yeah,
All right.
I'll make a start.
I'll see you in a bit. Don't despair on me, will you?
Over the years, Lizzie's amassed all sorts of intriguing memorabilia.
I love the movies. My father was an art director and worked in film, so there's lots of film items there.
Like this helmet, which, incredibly, was a prop in the 1959 classic Ben-Hur.
I'm really excited to sort of find out what is going to raise the most money.
Aren't we all, Lizzie? Could it be what Angus has just found?
I mean, Lizzie's fire dogs are an impressive pair. I mean, they are fantastic. You know, they can be used like this as a decorative ornament, but actually, they've been around for a long, long time. These would have sat in a big, huge stone fireplace, and they would form the framework for that fire.
Fire dogs were traditionally used to support spits for cooking meat and to stop logs from rolling out of the fire. This wrought iron pair date back to the 19th century.
They're not everyone's cup of tea because not everyone's got the right place for them, but I think, you know, probably sort of $250 to $350 at auction. They can definitely go on the van. They're lovely.
The boys load everything onto the van, and after 4 hours hard work, Lizzie's finally made her mind up about which dress to send to auction.
This is the dress.
That's the dress.
This slinky pink number was designed by London-based dressmaker to the stars, Pia Michi.
Oh, I'll
got
get
it?
on the van, yeah.
Come on, chop, chop.
Come on, OK, I'm
I'll
going
zip you in if you need it.
Having said yes to the dress, Angus and Jack are nearly ready for the long drive back to base.
Oh, all my stuff.
All your stuff.
Oh, wow.
Heading back up to Yorkshire.
Well, fingers crossed. Do
Definitely.
me proud, and
We will.
I'm going to see you.
Yeah, we'll see you on
in
auction day.
Yorkshire.
Brilliant.
Yorkshire tea, Yorkshire puddings. Eat bagum.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Take care. Safe journey. See you soon, guys. Thank you. I cannot believe I've never been to Yorkshire, and I've never actually been to an auction before, so I'm really excited.
We've got some fascinating bits, really interesting bits. Houdini sack. I mean, it's fantastic. So I really hope that we can get some really good prices for her. And I want her to go away thinking, one, with the best auction house, but also with a love for Yorkshire.
So yeah, she's actually got quite a lot of film memorabilia and bits.
Well, that always does well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Back at the auction house, the heat is on to get Lizzie's things safely unloaded and into the sale room. Every item must be researched and lotted up in plenty of time before the sale, which is in just 2 weeks' time. Sale room manager Jeremy is already working his magic on the Houdini sack.
Lizzie has a lot of very, very interesting items, but this is potentially one of the most interesting. Selling anything like this causes us a slight problem because we need to have a rock solid provenance with it, because otherwise anybody could come up with a green sack with a bit of rope in it and say, this used to belong to Harry Houdini. Luckily, with the advent of the internet, we can trace this back, and this was sold at 2 major London auction houses, and that's the provenance that we need. We can be very, very confident that there isn't any problem with selling it. It belonged to Harry Houdini, and he used it in a very, very famous trick where he was tied into it, dropped into a locked box. His lovely assistant wife clapped her hands, and before we knew where we were, they'd swap places. It's got 1 or 2 battle scars on it, which, you know, we do like to see with these things, that we would be naturally suspicious if something like this was in absolutely perfect condition. It's a pleasure to be able to sell something like this with this cast iron provenance.
Lizzie's made the 250-mile journey up from Hampshire for the big day, bringing a bit of extra sparkle to Kirby Moorside.
Hi! Look at this. Yeah, welcome to Yorkshire.
Wow,
I thought
first
you were
time
gonna-
in Yorkshire.
I
I'm dressed up for Yorkshire.
Yeah, so I've got your nice flat cap look. They'll let you in with that. There we
Really?
go. Yeah, present from Yorkshire.
Doesn't really go with the rest
No, it
of
does,
the
honestly.
outfit, but
That makes you acceptable up here.
Yeah?
Yeah, yeah. Are you looking forward to it?
I am actually. I'm really, really excited.
Yeah.
I've
It's
got my
gonna do
lucky pants on.
Have you? Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're staying on. I don't know whether this hat will.
Right, okay. Well,
Right.
on that note, shall we go in?
Yeah, come on. I'm excited.
Lizzie's ready to say goodbye to her things.
There we go.
Thanks, darling.
No worries.
Although for some items, it won't exactly be a tearful farewell.
I'm so happy I'm not going to see this doll again. Oh, I mean, look at her. Bless her.
Well, I don't know if North Yorkshire is ready for Lizzie Cundy.
Oh, and my dress. You see, this has many memories.
I think she's going to enjoy it. It's a little bit different, you know. It's not quite, you know, red carpet, but more clippy rug where we are.
We got Ben-Hur's helmet. I mean, look at that.
I'm a little bit nervous about some of her items. Houdini's sack, you know, will that disappear? But, you know, whatever happens, I think we're going to have a lot of fun.
I'm so excited to see Angus do his stuff. He's always telling me how good he is. Let's really see if he is that good. Can't wait.
Lizzie's hoping to make enough cash to visit her son in Australia. So let's see how many of her 25 lots Angus can shift. Watching online bids are Jack and Eleanor, while Joe's on the phones again, and Sam's bag porter duty. As Kirby Moorside's first ever flat cap and pink fur coat combo settles into position, it's showtime.
Right, we're adding a bit of glamour to North Yorkshire.
First up, it's Houdini's sack, for which Lizzie has set a reserve of £1,000. Can Angus conjure up some hefty bids?
Harry Houdini's disappearing sack. We have tried it out and it did work.
Shall we try again, Angus, and see if you disappear?
Maybe when I've sold it. I've got 420 opening bid here at 420, 60, 600, £600. We're at 600 at 600. 620, 40, 60, 80, 700, 700 at 720, 740, £740 it is then at 740.
It's come up £260 short of what Lizzie wanted, so she's hanging on to it. It's not the best start. Can Angus get things going with the prop helmet from the movie Ben-Hur?
I've got 100, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180. £180 it is. 180 for the Centurion helmet. 190 is it now? Yes. At £180 it is then for Ben-Hur at 180.
Yes! The helmet's gone from Hollywood to Halifax, and Lizzie's up and running.
Delighted with that.
The first of Lizzie's mum's antique dolls are up next. This lot contains one French and one German, both from the turn of the century.
And we're off. 22, 5, 8, 32, 5, 35, 88, 42, 5, £45, 48, 50, 50 a bid, £50 a bid, 55, 60, 555 in the room, 65 in the room, 70, 75 I've got online, 80, 80, 80 in the room, 5, fresh bid, 90, thank you, 5, just in time, sorry, 100 would be nice, wouldn't it? Thank you very much. At £100 it is, then £100 at £100.
You can rest easy now, Lizzie. They're off to a new home in Middlesbrough.
Woo! Thank you.
And the good news doesn't end there. In just 120 seconds, Angus rapidly sees off the other two as well.
That's £75. We're all done for the dole at 50.
Putting an end to Lizzie's nightmare and bringing in a further £125. But is anyone here in the market for a posh frock? Made by designer Pia Michi and worn just the once by Lizzie herself to a red carpet charity do.
This is the lot you've all been waiting for.
Well, it's very good. It could fit any of you.
I've got a bid of £5.
£5?
No, I'm only joking, Right, £50 I bid at 50. At 50 it is, then at 50. We can ship to London if there's no Yorkshire lasses that'll fit into this. 5, 60, 65, 70, 5, 80. £80 it is, then at £80 it is, then at £80 at 80. We're all done, I'm selling at £80.
It's been bought by a local. That'll turn a few heads on the high street.
That's not so bad. It's worth a fortune, but whoever's got it's very lucky.
Over the next quarter of an hour, 50 more lots come under Angus's gavel, including a sterling silver cigar case made in Birmingham in 1917.
We're all done at 65.
An Art Deco silver travel watch that belonged to Lizzie's mum.
You're all done at 70.
And the plaster casts of Arnie's fists made for the movie Conan the Barbarian.
We're selling that at £42.
Well done, Angus.
But can he end the sale in a blaze of glory? The final lot is Lizzie's pair of 19th century fire dogs.
Where should be for this? £200 a bid at £200 it is, then at £200.
Woo!
210, 220, 230, 240, at £240 it's at 240 it is, then at 240. We're all done, selling then at 240.
It's a scorcher of a finale.
Very happy. Who won that?
You won't find them back there, Lizzie. That was an online bidder.
That's good.
Lizzie's lots are done and dusted. So after one or two ups and downs, is her dream trip down under still on the cards?
Hey, Lizzie.
Hi,
How are you doing? You all
Angus.
right?
Yeah, I'm really happy where it's gone, to be honest.
Good, good. There's some good bits in there, a lot of silver in there. But I think the dolls. You didn't like them, did you?
I couldn't bear the dolls. I am so relieved they've gone. I thought I'd have to pay someone to take them away.
There's a couple of bits that didn't get away,
Yes.
which is fine.
I'm pretty pleased how we've done.
Will you be taking home £1,856?
Oh, I'm happy with that money.
Brilliant.
I'm
Good.
pleased.
Well, I'm glad you've enjoyed your trip to Yorkshire.
I've loved it and I'm coming
Wonderful.
back. I want to do your job. I think I'll be good at it.
Brilliant.
Okay, see you later. I'm not just coming away with a flat cap, I'm coming away with loads of money and a great experience of Yorkshire. I am coming back. In fact, I could even live here.
She's had a good result, and I think she's had a great day out. She's going to go away with an amazing taste of Yorkshire. I'm really pleased, because, you know, it's about selling items, but it's also being about an ambassador for the county that you live in. So I think job well done today.